Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I am streaming. We are continuing with Magical Beauties, Book 1 by Christine Karen. This is what the cover looks like, if anybody's wondering. This is the first of the Magical Beauties, and we're coloring this picture. We started off with markers, and then we started going to gel pens, so depending on what you like. So we are continuing coloring. I wanted to go a little bit earlier, but I started having some technical difficulties. The computer, the internet didn't want to work, number one. Number two, whatever reason, it wouldn't let me work well, but that's okay. So we are going to continue coloring this. This is a Tamnet gel pen, N05. So I hope everybody's doing well and is healthy and staying safe amidst this quarantine. If you're not in New York, or if you're in a state that has been quarantined, I figured we'd color this, do this what we did yesterday. So I hope everybody's doing well, staying safe. You have all the groceries you need. Everything is done well. Hi, Layla and Mia, or Arnie, as you're known. So I hope everybody's well. Tell Michelle I'm live. Because I know there's, I think basically trying to find a time because it's backed up. The internet is a little backed up right now, so I don't know why it took me so long to get on. You know, when you're trying to get on, you're like, why? And this is a Tamnet gel pen. Hi, Kim. How are you? I was getting a little frustrated before I came on because I had to restart my computer. For whatever reason, I could not get into Google. I prefer logging into my Chromebook through my Chrome. Hey, aviation fan, how are you? Kim is here, yay! Our favorite mod is here. So, you know, I was thinking I was going to have to go on later because there's such a surge of people now using the internet. Really? You know, it's funny. I live in New York, and the supermarkets, every time I go into the supermarkets, they're packed with people when I go online. Yeah, I took out the trash this morning to the garbage chute. Yeah, my building banned gatherings of more than 10 people. They're restricting how many people come into the building. I've never seen this crazy before now. This piece has a lot of intricate pieces to it. I didn't realize this when I saw the picture. I just said, this picture looks like it'll be a fun thing to do. I didn't realize at the time that this picture was going to be hard to do because it has a lot of little details in it. This is a Tamnet gel pen, and it's N05. Glitter Neon GN05 as well. I like marker and gel pens together. They work very well together. This is a Pentel Sparkle Pop. You guys all know how much I love Pentel Pops. Can you do Grayscale with a pencil? Yeah, you can, but it takes a little bit more work. You know, when I use marker with Grayscale, it's a lot quicker. As long as it's a clean joke. If it's a clean joke, you can tell it. If it's not a clean joke, I'd rather not. As long as the joke is somewhat clean and funny. You know, we have to be aware that we have people who come to the chat who are not old enough to understand things. Sometimes we have to be careful what we say on these chats. So as long as the joke is clean. Someone goes, what do you mean by a clean joke? I'm looking for my raw silk. And I do not know where it is. It's somewhere here. I love the skin tone, but I like that skin tone, and right now I cannot find my raw silk. Which is very bad that I cannot find my raw silk. Where is it? Now I have to take out all the E's, because that's where all the skin tones are. I like that skin tone more than I like any other skin tone. Say I put it with my other skin tones, I'll be very mad. It was a thick marker. It wasn't like the little markers. I cannot find my skin tone, so therefore we cannot continue this unless I have my skin tone marker. No, I did not put it with the old diamond. Put it with the cartoons, possibly. So here's the raw silk. I found it. Yay me. Now I keep putting my Copics in order, and every time I put them in order, I accidentally knock down the case, and then I have to reorganize them again. So I'm like, oh, why do I do that? I have to learn to close the case when I'm done with it and not using it. This color is called Raw Silk. So it's kind of like a darker skin tone, but you can use it for a lot of things. Like I see some people, I saw one person use it for flowers. I saw someone use this as a base for a darker skin tone. Someone used this in a darker skin combo. Oh, as it dries, you see when you first lay it on, it darkens, but when you put it on, I pre-ordered it a while back on it, and I did get it. So, Robin, I was able to get it. I did show it in yesterday's stream, so hence I was able to get it. Begonia Pink. Hi, Kayla Kalmanek. How are you? This is going to require a lot of different colors. So I did get that on. I did show it a little bit on camera yesterday. RV10. This is a new color. It is called Pale Pink. It is a very pale pink, but it is still a very vivid pink. I just ordered more ink for my printer, my black printer, because I'm finding that I'm always, as we get more onto this, RV09. This is fuchsia. There's a lot of colors and filters. I got mine yesterday, but I had pre-ordered it months in advance, so I guess it depends on where you live, Robin, because depending on the postal service, and you have to also remember that people are all wanting their medicines, and that medicines and anything that's medicinal takes precedence over other stuff. I know it's frustrating to wait in this time period. I'm sure it'll get there because Amazon said the same thing to me. Like it was supposed to like we wouldn't get it till like May or June. So don't worry about it not coming because it might come earlier, it might come later. Nile Green. It's a very pretty book. I didn't even need to see a flip through of it because I knew I was going to get it because it was Fabiana. I didn't even care that it was in the mythography because she puts her own little flair on that. Then I just did that. This is called Keep. It's tough, I just ordered an ink cartridge because my black ink cartridge is slowly like halfway down, and I'm also, you guys know this about me. I'm also having to share things with mother, so I just bought a pack of 2 ink things because me and my mother we go through our ink like. We go through ink like rather quickly, me and my mother. So. Alright, I think I'm just gonna color this all purple. I really like this color. Like really just one of those colors that you get and you're not expecting it because it looks so light. The thing about this color. Hi Michelle, how are you? So, this book is really pretty. This book has a lot of pretty pictures in it. The thing about this book is that a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't color in it. I think, Anne got it. And then it was really pretty. But here's the thing. This book is just stunning. Has like a lot of pictures that you can color in it. And I think a lot of people get scared because it's what do they call this? Grayscale. And this really isn't the bad grayscale. This is what we call light grayscale. Yeah, this is Heath. This is a Copic. Dog rose flower. Yes, welcome back, show. Strong red. And don't let Amazon paper intimidate you. Now I hear this thing going, oh, I like the book, I like the pictures, but I don't want to buy it because it's Amazon paper. And here's my reaction to that when I hear that. Well, that's said because you're not really giving the book a chance. You really should give the book a chance. That things are Amazon paper. Diminished. So what if the book has Amazon paper or not? Does that make it any less great? Tahitian blue. Apple green. Spinach pie. Popcorn. Trying to figure out what this is. It's not as easy as it looks. That's the way you figure it out. So you're a twin. Wow. Here's the thing. It won't be forever. It will just be for 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. We just have to take it day by day. Here's the thing. You're Gemini, you're very social. The thing is, you have to do things like be online, communicate that way with people. You can still say hello to people when you're walking on the street. You don't have to be like rude or obnoxious. I didn't get the joke. I'm sorry. No, I had heard a joke actually. On Instagram, someone made a little post, and it was actually very funny. Introverts, please help your extrovert neighbors. They are going through a hard time right now. I mean, introverts are great at staying home and doing home activities because they're used to it. So, it's different when you're very used to doing things as opposed to not doing things. And you can tell this book was produced in 2016 because here on the bottom it tells me copyright 2016. So this book came out in 2016. Doesn't mean that's when I got it. That tells you the copyright date. Don't worry, I got another picture too, guys. So don't feel bad. Already got another thing planned. Back to my Copic raw silk. Okay. It just needs a refill. Needs a refill. Take out the thing. Take this. Okay. Now that I've refilled it, I'm putting back on the marker tip, which you guys can't see. So then I'm putting back on the top to the refill. These are what the Copic markers will look like. But I recently heard that they are well, if it's a little strong, you know what you can do? Put a little bit of take a cup of water, or you know what you do? You pour a little bit of that drink in a cup, but you take 1/3 water. You fill up 1/3 of the cup with water to dilute the flavor a little bit, so that way the taste won't be as strong. So that's what I do. My lumber board is a little too strong. Sometimes you need to adjust. I'm looking for this, yeah. Sorry guys, it's these yellow, golden yellow, Y17. Don't pick the yellow because I think the yellow is like one of the few colors I didn't use in this. If I did use yellow, I used it very seldomly. I think maybe the yellow I used is this, but oh lordy. Hi Lily Cat, how are you? We are continuing. I wish I had one of those gloves that I saw. Who did I see wear one of those gloves when they were working with markers? Tanya had one of those gloves. And I've even seen Anthem. You know, the only thing I wish I had was a glove with from when I worked with markers. Because I really don't have one of those gloves. So you see when it dries, it looks completely different. I'm good, you know, it's a little bit different to be in a house, you know, quarantine. You know, it's a little bit harder to do than I thought it was going to be. But we're getting through it. You know, it's only one little thing we have to. And then here's a permanent white circle pencil. Any white pencil will do. I just happen to have this by my desk, so. Yeah, I have the pencil tray now here, so I can grab my pens easier. So as you can see, that's still. But this is what you could do with a grayscale picture. So, what would we like to work on? This picture from Blissful Scenes. This is a coloring book, or something from New Fashion Princess by DamitaVictoria. Oh, so what would you like to do this one? The girl with the apples? Or this one? I think this one would take a little bit longer to do, but it'd be a lot more, it'd be fun. And plus, this paper really likes markers. I tell you, the coloring books really, really absorb. So you guys want to do that one? You can do that. This one, I just have to get up. Hold on, let me just get the blotters. And this book is, check out this in a moment. This is Coloring's Blissful Scenes. See, I have one vote for Damita. I have one vote for Damita. So we got 1 and 1. We're tied for Damita, and we're tied for the Damita picture. Is this. So, guys, vote on what you'd like me to vote. 1 for Damita, 2. This is nice. This is open mark as well. Oh no. I don't like when we get that message that my connection is unstable. Oh good, we don't have it now again. This is Crimson RV29. Damita now. I'm thinking it's Snow White. This picture. So. E27 milk chocolate. I love these colors. Surprisingly, Copics work really well on the Amazon paper. You know, there's always been this misconception. Oh, don't use this on this. Don't use that on that. Here's what I say. You're the boss of your coloring book. You choose what you want to color. Some white. This is teal blue. I did watch a show on Netflix, called Vampires. Yes, I have a bit of a thing for the horror genre. It means I like to watch it. Doesn't mean I like to color it necessarily. But it was really, really good. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was gonna like it. But it was so very good and entertaining. This is teal blue. And the name of this color is BG18. I think they come out much better. But remember, when you use markers on Amazon paper, to use a blotter page, and this is Khaki B84. Now, guys, if there's a book you want to see me color, let me know, because then maybe I'll do it. So, is there any one book that you guys would like to see me color out? Well, that's nice. Just make sure you have enough ink in that thing. I really don't. I think this is Snow White, but because of the apples. So. Some princesses are very easy, and then other ones are like newer to me. It's funny now they have all that phone businesses, cell phone businesses, etc. Forest blue. Yes, I did get the new mythographic. Okay, but I have to do a flip through of that then. Is this the one that you're talking about, Jen? This one, that one. So keep that one as a possibility. Yeah, they need to be filled. So hope it can be for me to be filled. Wish all more success would come across quickly because it did. So I colored in a few of those. The new Woodland Beauty ones. And these books are considered lighter grayscale. So if to people who are thinking about doing grayscale books, the way that I would get into grayscale is do something that's lighter grayscale, like DamitaVictoria, Jade Summer, Micah Janina, Molly Harrison has books that are lighter. Even some Bennett Klein is lighter, some of it's darker. So if you're thinking about doing that, so you don't feel so intimidated when you get a bigger grayscale book. This is a Dick Blick book, and this is the Dick Blick Studio marker. This is leaf green. Excuse me while I use a yellow here for a second. This is called golden yellow. Now we go back to our leaf green. So, here's the thing. Grayscale is not intimidating. You gotta look at it as just another way of coloring. It's very fun. It's very, it's some grayscale I will say is harder than others. Depends on what you do with it. Crimson. gel pen, and 11. I'm glad you're going to be getting your book in May. There's another mythographic book on the way. I wasn't aware of that. Now we do white. This is white. E53. I don't know the second one. Ah, okay. I wasn't aware that she had a second one coming. I just like Fabiana's work. I didn't even look at Uplifter before I bought it because I love Fabiana's style. You know, guys know that Fabiana has an Etsy store, right? This is potato brown. This is a Part 2 marker. This is a budget-friendly marker. You know, we just try and adjust. Robin, it's not an easy thing to be in a quarantine. It really isn't. You know, at least they let us go out for like things like groceries, medicine. If you need to go to the cell phone store now, you can go there now if need be. I really wish some of the more expensive sets would have this brown in it. Like, it's called potato brown in the cheap ones, but I don't know what it's called in the Copic set because I haven't found a color similar to it yet in Copics. Come close a few times, but nothing. This is crimson. This is what I'm coloring the apples. This is grass green. And this one apples. This is grass green. Thank you, Lily Cat. I think this is Snow White. I'm not entirely sure, but Damita will confirm it on Instagram when I post it on Instagram. DamitaVictoria, guys. She loves seeing what you do with her books, so she'll post it to her site, but she will give you the credit if you have her book. So as long as you tag her in it, or give her at DamitaVictoria, because she does have a. I'm not even sure DamitaVictoria is a real person, because it's a this brand is owned by a company called Blonde, if my memory serves me correctly. It might be one of those Jade Summer ones. And Evelyn Liza came out with a book recently that's very similar to Damita's work. But then that's not surprising because it's the same company, I think. Plus, what's nice about this book too, is that they give you 2 copies of each image, so you could do one section totally different. Like, let's say you want to make them more darker colors, you can do that. If you didn't like the way the first one came out, you could do that. Say I want to color the first part of this book in markers, and then I want to color the second part in pencil. Someone asked me what's easier to color with, markers or pencils. You know, it depends on the book. You know, I'm not going to say that I like one more than the other. You know, when I color Grayscale, I prefer marker, but let's say I'm working in a hardcover book, like the Christina No-Wrap book, and I'm doing a Grayscale picture. So, therefore, I would have to color that book in pencil. Not to say that you can color that book with marker, but the paper just would soak through and ruin the other page behind it. So, for me, this is terrible. This disease is so fast spreading. Like, you don't even understand how people are getting it. You know, part of the problem is knowing who has it and who doesn't. But, you know, you got to assume when you go out that everybody has it. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Michelle. So that's good. Then we got to color the green here. Don't worry, guys. I got a broom here. This is meadow green. That's the problem. A lot of the people who have it don't even know they have it. But remember, it can't live outside your body more than 2 weeks. Don't worry, fill this. Plus, I heard they're going to be retooling the Copic marker refills, so they're going to make them cheaper rather than exactly. You don't know who has it and who doesn't, because some people don't show any symptoms at all. So that's why they say wash your hands, sanitize. Why do you think so many cities across the country have said self-isolate for 2 weeks? Because a lot of the businesses around by where I live have closed. The only guy that's open, well, I shouldn't say that because City Acres and Jubilee Supermarket are open. The guy around the corner from my house is open. Look at that. That is a nice green. This is remember we also use some parkour markers today, so keep that in mind. You guys probably have guessed that I have a love of Grayscale pictures, well, at least like Grayscale. This is frost blue. We're going to use it for the clouds. Then probably after this, I'm probably going to make a nice soup, or it depends on what my mother wants to eat. That would be an interesting book to color. That really would be an interesting book to color. Sorry guys, I'm looking for my pumpkin orange and a pumpkin orange. Here's a color that we don't really use. This is called Spring Orange. It is called YR61. Thank you guys. This is Spring Orange. I do weird pictures. You know, some people consider what I do straight coloring. To a degree, I like doing it. Not to say that when people do all that blending in the, I must do a tiny little thing here. Not to say that isn't interesting to watch. That's just not my style. Yay, Ashley is here. So when it dries, it looks different. And just to give you an idea how much something can bleed, I'm going to give you the back page. I'm going to show you guys the back page, how much something can bleed. This is how you can tell your markers. That's not true, because sometimes I do layering with skin tones. So, but that's the thing is about the extent of my layering. It's only when I do skin tones. You know, you do that. Then people do all these little things. Oh, I must put yellow, orange. It's in there. Oh. You know, there's nothing wrong with straight coloring if that's what you like to see. If that's what you like to do that. Because I think a lot of people go, oh, if I straight color, it doesn't come out as nice. Nonsense. Color how you want to color. Don't let anybody else say to you, oh, you can't color like that because you ruin the picture. Or don't use your Copics in CreateSpace or / Amazon paper because you ruin the market. No, you don't. They're meant to be used. Because flat coloring is the same as straight coloring. It means it's flat colors. You know what you do. You know what you get when you start layering and combining and doing all the fancy tricks. And I do some of the fancy. I try doing some of the layering and blending. But that's only when I'm working with pencils. When you work with pencils, you can do that much more efficiently with markers. I'm still learning my markers. I'm still learning how to blend. I don't know how to do dark skin tones yet. I probably could learn how to do darker skin tones in pencils. Once I learn how to do darker skin tones with pencils, I can probably apply some of the same principles in markers. You know, once you learn how to do something in pencil, you can do it in marker if you just know your combo and how your combo is going to work with markers. Think about that. Pencils is a good way to practice your skin tones because then you know, oh, what do you work with? Or do I need this or do I need that? You know. So I will probably see you again, guys, on Friday. Sorry, guys, I always put a little sticky on whatever I work on. You know, whatever I work on, I put a little sticky on when I'm done coloring it up. Is this what Jen wanted me to do? This is the book Jen wanted me to work on, guys. So This is what Jen wanted me to work on. And this is called Black Rose. This is Gothic Alchemy. I can show you that this is not scary at all to work with. This is a darker Grayscale image, so I'm going to take this for a little bit. We'll work on this for about 15 more minutes, and then we'll probably do this picture next time. I'm going to show you that this isn't scary at all to do. So this is turquoise green light. This is a Cali art marker. We did a flip through of this actually on the slide. Now this is a darker grayscale. This isn't even how dark the grayscale can get. I've seen people do. You see what I do? I make a little outline. With my fine. Well, just to show you, just because some of you have been asking me about, oh, how do we color darker grayscale? How do you color lighter grayscale? Well, we've been working with grayscale. So now I'm going to retitle this Working with Grayscale Pictures. Then we'll do her hair next. Now that you have the mirror done, you do her hair. This is brown, it's potato brown. Then you do her hair. So does that kind of give you guys a little bit of courage when you're thinking about doing darker grayscale? And this is old red, and this is a cameo. Now, I prefer to do my grayscale marker. You could do this in pencil too, but it's a little bit more work to do it with pencil. But the thing about these books, Now I could use this because this is a darker green. This is leaf green. So you see, it shouldn't really matter. But for this one, we do need the fine point. For these, I have some of the refills. I don't have all the refills like the Copics, so I don't even have all the Copics that I have refills. So keep that in mind. Still trying to get those refills. Does that help you guys a little bit with doing the grayscale now? This you get through Anthem Publishing, Lily. I do not know because I bought my Anthem Publishing books via subscription. So these books are a little bit hard to get because they're not in the country like normal books would be. This is light orange in the Cali Arts. This has beautiful pictures in it, guys. I did do a flip through yesterday of this on live. So lighter colors work better in some cases on this book, and in some cases darker colors work better on certain areas. So the nice part about a grayscale book like this is that the grayscale is already shaded for you, so you don't really have to do any of the work. You know, I wanted to give this a try myself because, you know what? I preach don't be afraid, so you know what? I have to live by that. Now, this is pastel yellow. Now, if you guys get this magazine and you're afraid to color it, here's what I would do. If you have a copier or a scanner, scan in the book. Really do this. Scan in the book. And that's the way it's supposed to go, but sometimes, you know, I'm one who doesn't follow rules. Because they're starting to die, that's calling me. That's left long enough. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it, Lily, but different people do it differently. So does that exactly. I just want to show people that you shouldn't be afraid of darker grayscale. You know, we'll continue this probably next time in this book. So, you know, I want you guys to do not be afraid of darker grayscale. Don't be afraid of it because it's a different way of coloring. But Nikki Burnett's paper is very different. It's like the Christine Carriage. Nikki Burnett's books, they have the beginners. You know, I say to people, do like grayscale first, then work on other people because there's so many people now who do grayscale. Molly Harrison, McAllister, Jade Summer does some grayscale. DamitaVictoria, Evelyn Liza does some grayscale. Who else does grayscale? Christine Karen does grayscale. Nikki Burnett is another one. I think Mariola Budek has some grayscale stuff in hers. Dawn Davidson. Who else? There's a lot of artists. That's terrible. That means they really probably don't have the pups, or if they do have the pups, they just want to overcharge you. Just be careful of that. So we will color from this next time. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. That's how I choose to do it. So. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This has been a session of markers. So bye, everybody. I hope you all have a good time and have a good week. We all have to do our part, so be brave. Bye, everybody.